What's going on, y'all? Conscious one back at you. All right, so I shut down the gig app. You know that guys, they really do gaslight. They have it. It's on a case by case basis, as I explained in another video. Each and every one of us is going through an individualized gaslighting type of situation. Whereas we can explain to somebody else that, hey, we're being gaslighted in this on this type of way through AI, and you can literally sound like you crazy because if it's not happening to other people in the same way it's happening to you, they're not going to believe you. So this is how evil, gaslighting is actually really an evil thing to do to somebody. It can really affect them mentally. Talking about these phones and how they have this control over people's minds. And I was telling y'all earlier about the gig and what they do, how they put me in a corner for 15 minutes unless I go on gig red and then they want to send me something. Because, see, they can't afford to have me off just me switch platforms. They got to keep me on there. But even as I'm on there, they're trying to control me and punish me and give me slaps on the wrist like I'm a child. Very, very frustrating. This is Big Brother at his best, these phones. But yeah, we're all being gaslighted. And I'm trying to take my time here because there's a few points I want to bring up. Just random topics. I turned the gig app off, so now they're not gonna sit. Like I said, they're not gonna be distracting me. A lot of distractions, man. When you focus on something, a lot of distractions. And this whole portal thing that's going on, them opening and closing portals, well, I believe it's real, but I don't want to tell y'all how I believe it's real. Let's just say, things be happening in your personal life that be gaslighting you. That seems to suggest that not only these phones gaslighting you, but this simulation that we living in is gaslighting you. Things appearing out of nowhere. You don't know how it got there. Things disappearing before. You don't know how it got there. Before, I was listening to a lecture and somebody was talking about how, have you ever lost your keys and you're looking all around the house for them and all of a sudden you see them in a place that you looked first? That has something to do with something that they do. Something about the men in black do this or something. I don't know. I don't know enough to I'm just making theories. But there be stuff definitely happening in each and every one of our realities that cannot be explained, unexplained phenomena that you cannot explain to nobody else because unless they're going through it themselves, they're not going to understand, and they'll rather believe that you're just losing your mind, even though they have supernatural things happen in their own reality that they won't tell you. You see what I'm saying? Well, this is what happens when you live in fear. You can't come to a conclusion about anything. You know, you start, backstepping and stuff like this. But I'm leaving 3 coordinates in this Sade video. Is it a crime? That I'm gonna leave in the comment section. Guys, you don't understand, man. My father plays jazz guitar. I grew up listening to a lot of artists that were into jazz. Kenny G, George Benson, Sade. Because in Chicago, I used to listen to the station that my father listened to called WNUA 95.5. It was a jazz station, and they used to play a lot of Sade on there. So basically, I got introduced to Sade probably I didn't probably start listening to Sade until I was around 15, 16 years old, right? And I remember listening to the music and thinking about how powerful it was. Now, I've seen some comments on other videos. People have said that they always felt like it was something evil about the music. Yeah, I did feel like it was something to it. Well, the thing was, whether it's evil or good, it had some power to it. I remember one time I was at the gym and I'm working out. I used to listen to Sade while I worked out. And this particular day, I was on a treadmill or a wind machine, one of them, I don't know, aerobic machines, whatever. And let me tell y'all, I was listening to Sade, and I had went into the mode, I guess they call it the second wind, whereas I had reached a level on it. And keep in mind, I like lifting weights and stuff, but I don't really like running and doing all this stuff. So I'm on this machine that's like cross training you, right? And that's not my thing, but I'm listening to Sade in my headphones, and I must have been on this thing at about an hour and 10 minutes into it, which technically I was only supposed to be on it for 30 minutes. But an hour and 10 minutes into this machine, literally this music that I was listening to Shadi in my headphones literally took over my whole body in a point where I didn't feel any pain or tiredness anymore. I'm telling you guys the truth. I was on this exercise machine. I'm listening to Sade, And I reached a point with the music and exercising where I had went into a point whereas I couldn't even feel my body no more. I wasn't tired anymore. All I know is I heard this music that was sounded divine to me. If it's evil, it sounded evil in a way that never heard nothing like this before. Because when you hear stuff you don't listen to things you don't understand, you immediately call it evil or Satan. So Sade's music, but there were other artists that have Sade's voice. I just can't think of them right now. There are other artists that have a similar voice like that are actually playing a role of a male. I heard the song the other day. I just can't remember what I was listening to. But yeah, I had reached a point where I didn't feel any more fatigue. I literally turned into Superman on this machine, is what I'm telling y'all, because I was listening to this shot. I got into this music, listening to Sade. Now I'm gonna put in 3 coordinates on the title. And the reason I'm putting in the 3 coordinates is in this video, Is It a Crime? I just want to show y'all the parts where I really see the masculine figure come out, especially at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Like you can literally see that this thing might not be male or female. Like look at 4:45. That hologram is down. This thing looks like some kind of creature. All right. I mean, can you imagine, y'all? Can you imagine being in the 80s? Let's say you was an athlete, right? You had just made it to the NBA. And let's say you thought Sade was a woman. Everybody got fooled. It was probably very few people who actually knew that wasn't no woman, right? But anyway, let's say you're a basketball player, you just making an NBA, and you like, okay, I got all this access to women now, and you trying to get in touch with Sade, right? You realizing it's hard to get in touch with her, right? But you like, I'm rich now, I'm an athlete, I like Sade. You're in the 80s, it's in the 80s, right? You just made it playing for the Boston Celtics. I want to meet Sade, goddamn. You trying to figure out why is it so hard to meet Sade? Like you didn't met all these other artists, they be at the same parties. For some reason, you like, no, I want to meet Sade. I want to meet this lady I seen on TV that does this jazz thing. And then one day you finally say, okay, your ass get taken to a house by your agent. You walk into a living room, a few people chilling. You smoking with them, smoking whatever y'all smoking, and you asking them, so where's Sade? And this thing tells you talking to Sade. You like, what? You scared the hell out you. Turns out that thing you seen on TV, now that's not even a real thing. That's something that was made up. That's a cloak. The real Sade look like something else. But I'm telling you, look at 4:45. To me, that's what this thing looks like. And it's starting to look more non-human as I keep looking at it. So it's just going to be coordinates on this video. The coordinates are, again, in that Is It a Crime video. When this Sade thing, at the times where I feel like it's coming out of character. And that's the links that I'm gonna leave. So this is what I appreciate about being so abstract on my channel, guys, is I get to be myself, man. Because you start having people watch your channel, man, you stop being yourself, because now you're making videos for people. What I'm doing, I'm talking to y'all like y'all my homies, man. Like what I'd be talking to y'all about if y'all was chilling with me, like I would still be talking about Sade. Like I cannot, you guys don't understand. I mean, this music, man, is powerful. But I don't know what this thing that's singing it or is allegedly singing. I don't know what this thing is. But I see the creature in it at 4:45. I'm telling you, it's some kind of creature, man. I'm telling you. And believe me, y'all, this whole word Mystery Babylon has been on my mind lately. And what I'm looking at with this Sade character is I know it's tied up into this Mystery Babylon thing. I know it. This Mystery Babylon thing, man, this thing it must have been going on for thousands of years. This has to be some kind of alien presence on Earth that's associated with this Mystery Babylon. See, I don't even like really talking about this kind of stuff, y'all, because there is some stuff with this stuff that really scares me. I mean, this Mystery Babylon is oh my God, man. Whoever these artists is, like I just, Nina Simone. What about that artist Nina Simone back in the day? That's a man too. All these artists, all these female artists were mostly men, man. This is Mystery Babylon. This is the stuff that goes on in Mystery Babylon. Somehow it's compartmentalized. Like, I guess their goal is to find the most, they have to find a male that they can rise up in the ranks that's actually a female, and they have to get the best looking one that has the best talents, or make sure they sing or lip sing or whatever they're doing. They have to fool us. And it makes you go to say, why they got to fool us so bad? What is this Mystery Babylon? Why they got to go so hard to fool us? We need the best looking guy that can play a woman that can sing. Like that shit, y'all understand how compartmentalized that has to be? Like when George Carlin said there's a secret club and you ain't in it, what that man, we're talking about mystery Babylon here. That's what we're talking about. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, this is what I've been dealing with the last few days. Just thinking about mystery Babylon, it's been really freaking me out, man. It's been really freaking me out. I know it has to do with an alien presence on Earth. This is not human. But I'm gonna leave the coordinates to the video, guys. I'm just saying, just look at the gestures that I leave. I believe it's gonna be 3 minutes and 10 seconds, 4 minutes and 15 and 4. Oh yeah, 4:30 and 4:45. Y'all see it, and y'all leave a link. But I'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace.